one of the unique things about this particular refugee program or the refugee situation, once home was secure, once people knew or had an idea and they researched it out and checked it out and found that their home was secure, they went home. There was no way to stop them. In fact, we tried to caution. We built or we set up a transit camp near Zaka, which is just inside Iraq, from the Iraqi border. We said, come here, hang out for a while until the situation forward in Duhok and other cities and towns from where most of the people came from, it would be more secure. But they didn't stop. They assessed the situation according from their point of view, and they ran right through us and went home. In some ways, it was a good thing. They really wanted to get home for a variety of reasons. Home is home. They wanted to make sure that to secure their homes. There's a tendency in this part of the world, if you abandon your home or if you abandon anything, someone else will loot it. Maybe your own neighbor that you grew up with will loot your house if he's back. So, I mean, this is a negative reason for going back. But certainly after living in the terrible situation in the mountains of Turkey, they were so close to home, they didn't want to stop at any transit camp. Even though the coalition forces, the military forces, and UN agencies and NGOs made great effort at great expense to prepare a camp for them. So they went home, and everybody just ran right home. The 8 camps in the mountains emptied out. It was perhaps the fastest refugee return in history. Some of the people were not in the mountains for more than 2 months, maybe not more than 3 months. It really is remarkable, but it taught me, and I still preach it, that if home is secure, no matter how bad home is, if home is secure, people will go home. And that's the important point, that home must be secure. And it's an important point for what's happening in Iraq now with ISIS and Mosul. If Mosul is secure, people will go home. And with 2 million refugee seekers in the Kurdistan region at this time, in Iraqi Kurdistan at this time, they need to go home for a variety of reasons. You cannot continue living suspended lives forever. So all those refugees in the mountains of Turkey, and they were not just Kurds, they were Christians and Turkmens, and all the residents, even some Arabs, all the residents of Iraqi Kurdistan that had cause and reason to fear, given the history of the Iraqi military and other security forces. So they came home. And so did most of the million that went into Iran, even though this whole program of coalition forces and Operation Provide Comfort, it had nothing to do with the refugees who went to Iran.